Welcome to the Hillbilly RV channel. Today we're working on this little travel trailer. Customer has two batteries. He was replacing his batteries, and now y'all out there, y'all need to be like this guy, okay? He called me, said, hey, I was putting new batteries on my RV. I screwed up. I hooked them up wrong, completely killed a battery. Sounded like it melted it. Melted a wire, one of the cables. He said, I've got a new battery, another new battery, and another new cable. He said, most things seem to work okay, but it doesn't look like it's charging the batteries. So let's get started and see if we can figure out what's going on. I am going to go get my trusty multimeter. That's going to be first on the list. First thing I'm going to do is just check the batteries. This guy must do a lot of dry camping. He got two big old batteries on this little hybrid camper, which if you're going to be dry camping, that's the kind of stuff you need. Alright, let's put it on DC voltage. I don't know if y'all be able to see that or not. I'll tell you what I find. If I can find my other lead. Drop down here. Alright, just negative one battery to the positive. We got 11.9. And the other side, we have 11.9. Okay, let's go ahead and hook these batteries back up. This is just how I found them here. It looks to me like it was basically right this time. Apparently wasn't basically right last time. So positive to positive with the jumper cable. That is correct. Apparently we have two. Oh no, we don't either. See, this looks like, that looks red. Okay, that's not going to be red because we do not have a ground wire from the battery to the chassis. So one of these is going to be negative. I guess this is supposed to be white, not faded red. We can check that real quick. I hope y'all can see okay. It's pretty sunny out there today. Well, let's see here. We will put our fancy Dan multimeter on ohms. We will touch the leads together. Okay. So where's the, I haven't had this meter very long. Where's the, how do we make it beep? The yellow button? Yeah. Okay. So let's hook to this white wire, which I thought was a faded red. I'm going to take my other lead and just go to the frame of the camper. Okay, so we have continuity. So this is a ground. So I almost just about messed up, because I thought that if we had two hot wires, and then I thought about it just a second, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't right. So we're gonna put this one on here. It's a negative. All right, this is the new cable we had to buy. So it's negative to negative on the batteries. That is correct. When you're hooking up two 12-volt batteries, you go positive to positive, negative to negative, and at the end you still have 12 volt. Okay, let's snuggeroo that up a little bit. All right, so this is our hot wire from the converter in the camper. So we got our positive to positive, our jumper cable, and we got our hot wire from our converter. So that is all there is here. Okay. let's go inside to the converter and we will continue this trek from there. Alright, we're in here at the converter. I can get this cover off right here so I can see what's going on. I did notice when I come back in with the sockets that the light on the inside the refrigerator is on. So that tells me the power is getting from the batteries all the way to the converter. He told me that he checked the fuses and he checked the anti-polarity fuse and everything seemed to be okay. He is just not comfortable with his, that's a tight fit, with his electrical ability. So our trusty meter back out, get it back on DC voltage. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing got a light. I like this new meter. I don't know if it's gonna help or not. Also, I like it's got a little magnetic thingy used to hang it. Let's see here. All right, let's go to the ground on the converter, or actually the board for the fuses. Go here, and we got nothing. Okay. So now that makes absolutely no sense. This should be the wire. Maybe that's not a ground. Let's go over here. No, that's a ground. There we go. 11.79. So these are, well, I can't quite see my meter. Y'all might be able to see it, but I can't. So these must be coming out of the converter. No. 11.72. 11.72. Those are coming from the battery because we don't have this thing plugged in, so the converter's not putting out any voltage. Let's check these anti-polarity fuses real quick. Power on that side, power on that side, power on that side. We got power on that side. So the anti-polarity fuses, those two 30-amp fuses, are fine. Okay, it's time to plug this thing in. Maybe the converter's not putting out. Maybe he got the converter. They are pretty fragile, and they don't like funny voltages. But the power from the battery to here is fine. So let's go. Let me go plug this thing in. I'll be right back. All right, we have it plugged into 110 volt AC power now. Let's see if the converter is putting out. I wish y'all could see that meter. Heck, I wish I could see it. Oh, quit. It's got a kickstand on it that'll help me a lot. Won't help y'all. Y'all just gonna have to trust me. Oh, magnet stuck to that cover and scared the poo out of me. That's good stuff. Hey, what if that'll work? Hey, keeps away from the wall enough where we can all see it. Okay, so we're on DC power. 11.8. That ain't good. 11.8. 11.8. Okay, let's make sure we have AC power going into the converter right here. Yep, 125. Converter's bad. This is a, what brand? Say, don't even know what brand it is. It is an Elixir. Okay. Oh, it's an Elixir 45. Well, I have to see if I can just get the lower section for this converter, because we got AC power going in but no DC power coming out. So the converter died a very violent death. It sounds like. I wasn't here. I'm just here for the service afterwards. Well, there you have it. Got a bad converter. That's a shame. I'm sure everything's gonna be expensive. Hopefully I can just get the lower section. It looks like it's held in with screws, I hope. We don't see many Elixirs. Hopefully they're still in business and we can get a lower section. I'm also gonna measure the cutout hole that converter's sitting in. It's the whole converter power distribution panel together. Because if I can't get a lower section, we might just have to change the whole thing. That sucks because it takes a couple wires to do, a bunch of wires to fool with. Hopefully we don't have to do that, but that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share my videos with everybody you know. If you don't like my videos, share it with people you don't like. Facebook groups, stuff like that. So forums, wherever you can. So thank y'all for watching. We will catch you next time, and y'all be safe out there.